welcome. I'm Stefan. This is Real Fitness Coaching, and in this video we're getting into a 20-minute total body beginner level HIIT workout using a pair of dumbbells. You're also going to want a low bench or step and a comfortable mat because we're going to be lying down for one of the exercises in this routine today. Now when I say beginner level, what I mean by that is if your body is currently pain-free and stable, you've got no muscular joint, tendon issues, you can move your body well and it's pain-free, but you feel that your fitness level is that of a beginner. Maybe you've taken some time away from exercise and you're now coming back, or you're new to HIIT workouts or new to exercise in general, then this workout can be for you. The exercise intensity you get from this workout is what you make of it. So depending on the pace that you work at, with the resistance that you use, that could take you from beginner all the way up to intermediate. Now I'm using two 7-kilo dumbbells, for example. I want this routine to look authentic and show that it can challenge me and get a sweat on for me, but I certainly wouldn't suggest that you start with that weight if you are a beginner. 2, 3, maybe 4 or 5 kilos even if you are a beginner, but your innate strength may be a little bit stronger, for example, then you can choose a little bit more resistance. But I would go lighter. You can always do more next time. You want to walk away from this exercise feeling energized and positive, and feel like you can do a workout like it in a couple of days' time, and you're not going to be looking forward to it if you've used too much resistance. So go a little bit lighter. You can always do more next time. Now the workout today is going to go like this. We've got 4 minutes for our warm-up and 4 minutes for our cool-down. We're going to prepare the body thoroughly and well for our exercise, and we're also going to prepare to cool down after the exercise well, so we can reduce the risk of injury and improve the body's ability to recover, so we are prepared in a couple of days to work again. Now the workout itself is going to be 12 different exercises, 40 seconds of work for each with a 20-second recovery. Keep your eye on the screen in those 20-second recoveries because that's when I'm going to physically demonstrate the next exercise so you know what's coming up. So we're going to get into our warm-up now with horizontal rotations, taking our arms out and around in a nice smooth movement. Decompress the spine, stay nice and tall, and pivot on the rear foot. You can see how I'm switching my weight from foot to foot, opening up my palms. I'm getting a stretch across the chest on the rear arm as it comes around, and hips, ankles, shoulders, core, all getting a nice bit of free movement with this exercise. Breathe as it's comfortable for you. All right, from here we're going to go into a pendulum swing. Reach the arms up and then down, weight into the heels, not too fast, like a squatting motion. That's it, or a ski jump type position. Down and up. Really reach high at the top. Breathe in on the way down, out on the way up. We're getting the hips, the ankles, the knees, the shoulders, and the spine moving with this one. Again, a comfortable pace for you. One more. All right, we're going to go wide with our stance. I'm going to bring the hands out to the side and reach across from left to right, as if we're trying to touch the wall either side of the body. And knees, toes tracking in a similar direction, similar line, loading into one hip, stretching on the other, and working the shoulders a little bit by holding the arms up that length. Perfect. From here, I'm going to bring the arms up overhead, feet together, and stretch in a side bend. Nice high reach, one hand sliding down towards the floor, outstretch those fingers, and we're getting a stretch between the ribs, all the way down the side of the low back as well. One more on each side, across and across. All right, from here we're going to step back to the space in front of us. We're going to walk out. Bend the knees, bring the fingertips to the floor, and like Spider-Man, just crawl out to a high plank and then walk yourself back. Now if you can do this straight legs, stretch the hamstrings and walk out, and then walk back, but go with the version that's right for you. We're going to go for one more, walk out, hold the high plank just briefly, and then walk back. One more. This time we're going to hold that high plank position, bring the feet together, and we're going to step 1 foot forward into a groiner step. We're going to step back, and then do the same on the other side, stretching and testing the hips in that range of movement. Perfect. Step back. Good. All right, now step back again, so the feet are wide and the hands are wide, and we're going to push the hips back and up as we look down towards the toes. Bring the body into that high plank again, and then look back towards the toes. We're going to go for one more into that hip hike, and then towards the toes. Walk back now as we come up to standing. I'm going to step out into a side squat, alternate sides. finish off this warm-up. Okay, 40 seconds before we start. So weight into those heels, sit the hips back, hands out in front. You can go hands across the shoulders if you prefer. Again, getting the heart rate up now and the hips working. So our first exercise is going to be a squat with the dumbbells. That could be in a racked position or at arm's length or just body weight. Feet apart about hip width, down and up. Weight into the heels, tall at the top. Okay, so without the dumbbells, again, the hands can come forward and back to the midline as we get to the top. Here we go. 2, 1, and down. Working at a pace that's right for you. Exhale at the top. Keep the navel drawn in toward the spine. Squeeze the thighs a little bit and the glutes at the top. And drawing that navel to get the core working. All right, halfway through this movement, 20 seconds now. Breathing in time with the movement as it's comfortable for you. 10 seconds. Good. Elbows down to the knees. If you can go that low. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. Perfect. One arm clean to press on the left. So the dumbbell's on the floor between my feet. And I'm going to bring the dumbbell up to my shoulder and then push overhead, then back to the floor. Like I was lifting a duffel bag onto my shoulder. Okay, just on the one side for 40 seconds. Here we go. Hips low, up, push, down. Arms length overhead, arms length toward the floor. And almost imagine you're pulling the starter cord of a lawnmower or a strimmer. So you are driving with the legs, but also pulling with the arm, heaving up to shoulder height. 15 seconds, and then push overhead. Nice and tall. By working one side only, one arm, we can get a nice bit of dexterity through the body. Almost turn, almost rotate as you go. One more. Perfect. All right, from here we're going to figure of 8. That is going to be the single dumbbell in the hand, and we're chopping a figure of 8. Imagine you're waving a checkered flag at the end of a race. Feet planted firm. Here we go. And strong core. Breathing out to one side and breathing into the other side. Now the longer you reach out the arms, the more leverage you're going to work against, and the more your core is going to feel it. Make tight turns and change direction and come back at pace. Just working as fast as you can, but the faster you work, the harder those muscles are going to work. We've got 10 seconds left. Nice and tall and long through the spine, obliques and core, and back working. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right, we're going to go into that single arm or one arm clean to press on the other side. So if you did left before, we're doing right this time. Doesn't matter if you've gone the other side. Dumbbell between the feet, sit the hips down, shoulder to overhead, and repeat. Here we go. And heave up to shoulder height. Make this movement just as comfortable for you as you can. Dumbbell is traveling pretty much vertically up and down. Whole body, using those legs. Make sure to employ that squat, so you're not just using your back and keeping your legs almost straight. We're bending, hinging at the hips, bending at the knees, ankles, knees, hips, core, shoulders, back. Cardio, all working. We've got 10 seconds more. A free arm behind the body on the way down and in front on the way up. And, whew, all right, 20 seconds. Next is a high plank hold, or high plank hold with leg lifts. Okay, so hands directly underneath the shoulders. Feet can be a comfortable hip width apart, and we can lift one leg, then the other, or you can just maintain that hold. Here we go. And again, core engaged. Don't let those hips drop or the back sag. And if you can, one side, then the other. This makes it more challenging, of course, for the core. You're resisting that twist at the hips. Try to keep steady. Try not to shift left and right too much as well. But again, if you need to hold it up on the toes, notice my heels and toes are again vertically in line. I'm not dropping my heels back towards the floor. Lift, lift. Try and lift with straight legs as well if you can. 5 seconds left to go now. Anytime you need to rest, just go to the knees and pop back up when you can. And very, very good. Now we're going into our glute bridge. This is where the bench comes in. This is going to give us a bit more height through our movement. You're going to scoot your hips close to the bench, put your heels on the bench, and then as you bridge up, you get more work for those glutes. Not resting the hips on the floor. Here we go. But driving up. And again, you can do these with a bit of pace. Squeeze those glutes at the top. Keep the core engaged. You're not looking to arch the back as you come up. Try and get as much clearance up the back towards those shoulders as you can. Glutes and hamstrings working. Exhale on the way up as you hit that top peak of the movement. 10 seconds more. Keep that breathing in time with the movement of the body. And very good. Okay, next we have alternate shoulder press. So a dumbbell in each hand. Now the dumbbells in that racked position, palms facing you, maybe more comfortable. You can have palms facing one another. Press on one side, press on the other. Here we go, core strong, feet planted. If you rotate the hands, that's fine. You don't have to. You can keep them sideways on, or a little twist. Again, one arm at a time means that you can move more naturally than if you press both together. So think of almost an air punch, driving up. That's it. Exhale with the press. Navel in, we've got 10 seconds left. Upper body and core, working this one. Drive, tight grip on the dumbbell for a strong wrist, and very good. Side lunge to the left. So space to my side. I'm going to step out, trying to be straight leg on the trailing leg, and get that foot out underneath you. If I don't step far enough, it's going to feel awkward and maybe uncomfortable. We can use an extra weight or just go body weight, whichever's right for you. Out and up, out and up. Take this one at a pace that is right for you. Now I'm sitting my hips back. I'm going to change so you can see. And hips sit right back. And my upper body leans forward into that hinge. So I'm not trying to keep my body vertical, almost as if I'm trying to put these dumbbells to the floor, either side of my foot. Again, if you're just using body weight, just follow the movement of my body and don't worry about the weight. 2, 1, excellent. We're going to go straight onto the same movement on the other side. So once again, hips sit back, upper body leans forward. If you're not using weights, you can bring both hands down between the knees. All right, 5 seconds to go. Very aerobic this one. Challenges the lower body as well. Here we go. Stepping out. Again, get the depth through a wider step. And just go as far as is right for you. Dropping in with more power gives more work to the body to come back up. But you can go slower and more careful and still get an effective exercise with this one if you're building up. 15 seconds. Toes hit the ground first, then weight into the heel. When you load up, you're going to get that weight into the heel of the stepping leg. Last one now. All right, very good. High to low core twists. This can be done with just the hands or with the dumbbell. And you're planting your feet firm and you're twisting on a diagonal. Breathing out either on the way up or on the way down. Here we go. And so I'm working in both directions. I'm decelerating the weight and then driving it back, and then decelerating again and driving it back. almost like a game of pong with yourself. Twist, twist. The faster you move, the harder you try and move this resistance, whatever weight you've chosen, bringing it to a dead stop each time, the more you can feel the core and those obliques working. A great way to work your midsection, your core, abdominal muscles, and get your heart rate up and burn some calories as well. Woo! Fantastic. Okay, we're going to repeat the movement, but of course on the opposite side now. So feet planted, wider is more stable, narrower is more challenging, and again up and down. And that's our second to last exercise. Only one more to go. Here we go. 2, 1. Tight grip. Up and down. Across from left to right, and then right to left. And you can really feel the midsection working like a gyro to drive across from left to right. Resist the twist at the hips. Really keep those hips, knees and feet steadfast and stable. We've got 15 seconds left. And last 10 now. Low to high, high to low, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right, one more to go. Now this is a challenging one. This is our step burpee. You can go as slow as you need to. Feet wide, hands to the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, and stand. So like a box step. Hands narrow, feet wide, and you're going to try and get those feet as far forward. Here we go. As far forward as you can. Slower or faster. You don't have to match my pace. Step, 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 and repeat. This is the last exercise of this workout. So let's finish strong. And down, down, back, back, up. Step, 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 and up. We've got 10 seconds left to go. You can do this. Just keep your body moving at a pace that you can manage. Stand tall at the top of each movement. And whoo, all right, fantastic work. As I say, you can take that entirely your own pace and make that intensity work for you. Beginner or up into intermediate. Have a breather. We're going to get into our cool down now. Well done indeed. Hands on hips. We're just going to take the hips out into big circles all the way around. One side for now. And slight bend of the knees. And using those hands to guide that range of movement and that distance and pace. And we're going to switch to the other direction now. Again, using those hands almost like hula hooping. Ankles, knees, hips. Breathing to bring that heart rate back down. Well done, well done. All right. From here, we're going to our horizontal rotation once again. Now we can feel the difference perhaps between now and when we were warming up. Maybe there's a little bit more give, a little bit more free flow of movement. That stretch of the arm coming back, maybe you can look further around. Don't push it beyond what is comfortable, but just take note of how the body feels now. All the muscles, the tendons, the ligaments, they'll be warmer. We've melted the toffee and everything's just flowing a little bit more freely. We're going to bring our feet apart, a bit wider than hip width. Turn your feet to one side, about 45 degrees. The rear hand is going to reach up and the lead hand is going to come down into our windmill stretch. Just as low to the floor as you can manage, looking up to the ceiling. And then we're going to reach back up to the ceiling now with that straight arm. Keep it skyward the entire time. We're going to go down again. Notice how we rotate the hips, rotate the body. The arm against the straight leg in front to give you a bit of balance. Reaching up high. And the third and final time. Down, stretching that inner thigh on the lead leg, the side of the body on the upturned side, and stretching the chest and shoulder as we reach toward the ceiling. Turn the feet, we're going to go for 3 on this side as well. Down, arm against the leg on the inside, stretching that adductor, and up. Again, number 2, down. Feeling your way with, again, that forearm against the inner thigh, the shin. Deep breath. And reaching up. One more time, coming down. Got a minute and a half of our cool down left. And reach up, stretch the chest, and overhead we go. Perfect. We're going to step with our space in front of us, stretch the hamstrings as we go into our walkout. Fingertips to palms, and we're going to bring our feet together. Step 1 foot forward. Now if you want to, you can bring that rear knee down to the floor or keep it high. We're going to bring the same side hand as the forward foot up to a T rotation, stretch the chest, and reach the hand underneath now. The gap between the shin and the forearm to thread the needle. Getting an increased stretch in that hamstring and hip on the front. We're going to repeat. So overhead, open the palm, stretch the chest underneath into that needle thread. And bring the hand back to the floor. Switch the foot, switch again. And we're going to go for 2 on this side. 2 of each. T rotation. Open the palm and then underneath and across. And up. Once again, T rotation, spread the hand wide, bring the arm back and underneath for that needle thread. Okay. Bring that hand back to the floor and the feet together. Widen the stance and we can walk back from there. Just going to linger in that hamstring stretch now with our fingers underneath the tips of the toes. And get the backs of the legs. And then slowly uncurl the body, the head and shoulders coming up last of all.
Activity completed.
All right, we're going to roll those shoulders low to high, front to back. Not just getting the shoulders, but the shoulder blades. Scapula moving over the rib cage, the spine flexing and extending, getting a nice bit of movement, dexterity through the upper body. Opening up to finish. All right, fantastic work. Well done indeed. Give yourself a clap and thank you so much for joining me in this workout. Once again, if you're enjoying these workouts, if you're getting benefit from them, please subscribe to the channel to help the channel grow. If you've liked this video, then please do put a like on it. Drop me a comment down below and let me know what you'd like to see more of. Let me know if you've enjoyed this workout, which were your best exercises, how you're progressing. And again, the more likes you put on, the more comments you put on, the more visible these workouts become and the more I can help more people become fitter, leaner, stronger, healthier and happier. And that is my goal, that is my objective with putting these workouts together and helping people transform their lives through the benefits of health and healthy living. So, in the meantime, take care of yourselves. I will see you very, very soon for another fantastic workout. Take care.